So Centurion's JAIRZINHO is out. We're going to show you how to grind it. It is an expensive SBC. Kind of be expected how good this card is. And don't forget, he is there for 60 days, which is basically 2 months. So you've got plenty of time to grind it. So we are going to test out the 81 doubles first. The 81 player pick's still out. I highly recommend doing that when you can. But we are going to test out the 81 double. Now, we have gone ahead and put in a load of non-league cards or upgrade cards. The ones that are going to SBCs. If you don't know what that means, I'll explain to you. But let's go ahead and open up this pack and see what we get out of it and then move on to the next step. So here's our 81 double. Now, depending on what we get out of this, there are a load of special cards in packs at the moment. And it isn't going to be a good one, it's going to be an 84. But there is loads of special cards in packs at the moment, so it's going to help us do the exchanges at 83 even. And we are going to be able to do many things on how to grind. But let's have a word from today's sponsor and then get into the grind. Time to upgrade your team. Head over to lootbar.gg, best and most reliable place to buy coins. Don't forget to use code NANIC for 8% off on all your orders. Once they have made their way through, the coins will be delivered within the next 24 hours and you will be ready to improve any of your team. Like I said, the link will be down in the description and the comment section. Use code NANIC for 8% off and improve your team today. So SBCs you're going to want to have is the 84 times 5, the 81 player pick, which I still personally think is better value, an 81 double if that's what you want to do. Now, if you don't have team of the weeks, obviously do the team of the week player pick as when you can as well. The daily goals are the same thing. You don't have any golds, you get 44 goals back by putting in 44 bronzes and silvers. So make sure you go ahead and complete that first before anything else. And then we add that to league SBC cards or players or SBCs. Now, every single league you see on your screen right now are league SBC players. Every other league that isn't on these two ones I've just shown you are upgrade cards. Now that's been established, we're going to go ahead and do our 81 player pick just to see if this one's better or not. So we only need 8 golds for this and 1 rare, I believe it is, which is in the other one is 11 golds and 5 rares. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and basically trying to find the upgrade cards that don't go into league SBCs. So Turkish league, any of the women's leagues, anything like that. The Portuguese league is really good for it. The Austrian league, etc., etc. You can kind of get the idea. The ones that don't go into league SBCs as mentioned. Now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing with gold rare. And we shouldn't take too long, as I just saw somebody there. And we can test out the pick. Now the reason why I like the picks, one, obviously you can choose which cards you want out of the 3. But if you are unassigned, like we are with our Bundesliga player, we can continue on doing the grind without having to worry. So here is our player pick. What do we get out of this? An 83, an 82, and an 81. So 1 league SBC card, 2 upgrades. I would normally take the 83, but I just want to take the one that's not a duplicate because we've already got a lot of things to do in this video. But you want to take the highest rated. Now, the more and more you do that, the more and more fodder you get in your club. And on top of that, you're going to be able to do this 84 times 5. Now, there are 3 of them for 1 more day. You do need to have a team of the week. Now, I have got quite a lot of team of the weeks that I'm not interested in using. I obviously recommend trying to use a low-rated one when you can. And then the rest can be gold. Now, we are going to go through to the Women's League and just get through one by one of these and pop them in. So I'm just going to go ahead and complete this SBC, and I'll be back once that has been completed. So that has been completed, and now we got ourselves 184 times 5. Now, this is where the grind really comes into your favor. Depending on what SBC you want to do in terms of a player or a player pick or anything like that, in terms of like a recyclable one, you're going to want to basically get yourself in front of that way of doing it. So let's go ahead and open up this 84 times 5, and let's see what we get out of this. So it's going to be just a gold card. It's going to be French. It's going to be a striker. And hopefully that isn't going to be Lacazette and La Somma, and it is going to be La Somma. So we've got an 84. That 84 can go into a team of the week pick or anything else we want. And actual fact, we actually only got 584. So that's a really bad pack. So it just goes to show you, even I don't get crazy packs sometimes. It's not just YouTubers, it's anyone else in general who don't get good packs. So with that 84, because I do actually need a team of the week, we can have a look at doing the team of the week upgrade. So going over to our upgrade tab, we can go ahead and go to the team of the week. Now, we can put in 2 84s for an 82 rated team. That's exactly what we're going to do. And the reason why this is so good as well is you do get extra packs on top. So when we go ahead and pop in this card, it's going to be this one here and La Somma, we can then go ahead and add in the rest of the cards that we need, especially like off-league cards and etc. So I'm going to do the same thing and I'm going to complete that, and I'll be back once that's done. And that has been done. So we put in the 84, we put in another 84, so we needed 2 of them. Now we get ourselves a pack back. Now with these packs, you can do this for any other pack as well, what I'm about to show you. But first we're going to put that card back into our club, the duplicate that we had. Now, these packs, you can break them down in any way. This one's tradable, but let's pretend it's untradeable. We are just going to go ahead and skip it because it's not a very good card. And we can break these down into League SBCs and upgrades. So for example, we've got a League SBC, we got ourselves an upgrade, League SBC, upgrade, League SBC, and League SBC. Now, like I say, if you don't know what I mean by League SBC, I showed you at the start of the video. We are going to make our way over to that now. And because the more and more I do this, the more and more things I have in my club. So, for example, we've got this Libertadores and Sudamericana one. We can basically go ahead over to the Libertadores, make our way down to the league, and then we're just going to go ahead and pop in one card from each club that we have. So Cavani can go in, Fernandez can go in, Pabon can go in, Arias can go in, and I think we have some more here. We've got Broja, no, we can't put him in. We've got ourselves Diaz. This Gene can go in, and Goncalves or Gonzalez can go in as well. So here you go. We've got ourselves a lot of players in here. We've got ourselves almost a rating as well. And all we have to do is get the chemistry by moving some players around. It's not too much of an issue. He can play striker. And we've got anybody that can play centre-back or defender. We can move him there, for example. We can then pop this guy in here. So, we've got ourselves a situation. Now, there are several things you can do. You can go back to the Libertadores, go low to high, and then look for clubs that we don't have. For example, this guy we don't have, this guy we don't have, and this one we don't have. But what I also like to do is make my way over to the Sudamericana and do the exact same thing, whether it's gold or silver or bronze, it doesn't really matter, as long as you're getting the chemistry somehow. So as you can see here, Argentinian links are always going to help you out the most. The amount of Argentinians are in this. But at the same time, there are several ways to get chemistry. So we have gone ahead and completed this. And we are actually 1 over the rating, so I could swap that. We get ourselves an untradeable pack. Now, we can do the exact same thing with this pack that we got from the League SBC that we just did in the previous thing. Now, don't forget, the card is going to be there for 60 days. So what that means is, as well, as it looks like it's going to be Cancelo, it's not, unfortunately. What that means is we're going to get a lot of 83 times 10s coming out, a lot of objectives, and much more. So again, to break this pack down, League SBC, upgrade, upgrade, League SBC, upgrade, 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 and then the last page is upgrade and a League SBC. Now, let's say you're in the situation that I'm in now. We've got ourselves a La Liga player who's a duplicate untradeable, but when I make my way over to the League SBC, we've already done Premier League and La Liga. Now, if you've only got a couple cards left to complete the last one, you can go and buy the rest that you need. But if you're not in that position, then this is why I think player picks are the best ones to do, because you only need one rare out the player pick, and then you can put the rest as commons, or if you want to do the 81 double, it's the same situation. So we are going to make our way over to La Liga. We are going to go to striker, and as you can see here, we're just going to look for Becker, and there he is. So that is our duplicate in. And then we can just go ahead and do the exact same thing we were doing before with the commons. The commons can go in 1 by 1 from each of the off leagues. For example, the French Women's League here. And we can just pop in every single one of these cards. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure we don't put Becker out instead. And again, we're just utilizing every single card we have. We are not leaving any cards behind. You'll get a lot of these gold commons from doing those daily gold upgrades, as I've mentioned. And as you can see, we got a pick. Now, again, with these picks, we can send the card back into our club and open the pick and move on to the next stage. And I kind of want to show you what that is so we can get a card out of this, which we do. So we get a Martinez, and I know what you're thinking already. Well, that's one walkout that we can put into a card or into an SBC that we want. But what you actually want to do is go over to your exchanges, pop in this 87 into a 19 players pack, because that 87, if you don't have a lot of high-rated fodder in your club, and on top of that, you don't have any fodder really, then this is going to help you get at least 3 to 4 picks back. So that 87's gone into that, which is then going to give us 19 players back. Some will be rare, most will be common, but you then got yourself an advantage of doing more upgrades as you go through. So as you can see here, 19 players pack. Looks like it's just going to be a gold. It's going to be French. It's going to be striker. And it is going to be PSG. And it's going to be Mbappe this time. It's neither. It's Kolo Muani. So we've got an 84 that can go into the 84 times 5 that is out. And then we've got ourselves an 83 that can go in that. And then we've got a League SBC card, upgrade, League SBC, upgrade, 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 upgrade. And more upgrades as well. And another 83 and another Libertadores. So if you don't remember with duplicates, what you want to do is swap these over 1 by 1, just like I'm doing here. Because when you do this, and then when you back off, so when you press B or circle once you've done your last one, go to sort items out later, and then depending on which SBC you want to do, you can actually pop them into most recent. So let's just use the player pick one as an example again. We can go to this here, we can go to, for example, gold, go to newest, as you see there, search it, and then we've got all of the players that we've just done there, for example, all our duplicates. So if we were to do a pick, for example, with these players that we've just got, you'll be able to see, once this pick gets submitted, how many duplicates we got and how many of them we can send back into our club from just doing this straight away. And again, this one can go in, this one can go in. Some of these may not be duplicates, but it doesn't matter. But that's the quickest way you're going to get through your duplicates as you go through. So always get that question, like, how do I go through my unassigned quicker? And you can see there, we sent 3 cards back. We got 4 cards left. We got another player pick here, and we get ourselves an 83 out of it. Again, that could go into the 84 times 5. And that's going to be a short breakdown on how to grind it. JAIRZINHO, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.